Fans of the Gloria series are excited for the second part of the series to arrive in March. But in the meantime, we can enjoy some details of the first part. We know that in general, this drama is about Dong-eun's revenge, and we are all waiting to see how she will finally take revenge on her classmates. But in the first part, we also got to see a preview of her revenge. That's why today I'm going to tell you Dong-eun's revenge scenes from the first part, The Glory. Let's start with the time when Dong-eun met her schoolmates for the first time after several years. At that time, they were giving Yeon-jin a recognition, and Dong-eun took advantage of the fact that all those who bullied her were there, and went to have contact with them. The surprising thing is that this time we don't see a shy, withdrawn or naive Dong-eun. Now we see her as a complete woman who reflects a lot of self-confidence. Yeon-jin was surprised to see Dong-eun standing there applauding her achievement. Of course, all this in a sarcastic way. Yeon-jin slapped Dong-eun, but Dong-eun didn't fight back to keep more anger inside her because she knew she had a plan. This scene makes it clear that her revenge has just begun. The curious thing is that the place where they are is the same place where she was being bullied, so she chose the perfect place to make it clear what was to come. We know that Yeon-jin has a daughter, so Dong-eun starts her revenge with what she loves the most. Yeon-jin finds out that her daughter's new teacher is named Dong-eun and is shocked and terrified about it. She then goes to her classroom to complain why she is teaching her daughter. Yeon-jin tells her how long she has been planning revenge, and she tells her that she had told her that she would see her again soon, which was the last time she talked to her when she was a student. Dong-eun makes it very clear that she doesn't want an apology, no money, she just wants him to suffer a lot. Then Yeon-jin comes back to the classroom again and tells her to ask for as much money as she wants to get out of her life. Remember the teacher who received the news that she was suffering from bullying and did nothing? Well, Dong-eun went to visit him and brought him lilies because she knows he is allergic to those kinds of flowers. Also here we realized that she befriended his son with full purpose. She reminded the teacher about the watch, and at that time he got very angry and also hit her, but she did not fight back. Of course she knew that her revenge was near. That is why she manipulated his son so that the same son would provoke his death. Of the group that bullied, there is only one who goes to church, and that is because her father is the religious leader. Dong-eun knows that Sarah goes to church, so she went there to pay her a nice visit. Sarah apparently didn't want to pray and got distracted and suddenly realized that Dong-eun was there with that unique, "You'll pay me back" face. Dong-eun starts to say things to Sarah about God, and those things make her doubt and make her very nervous. Dong-eun tells her that she knows she uses drugs and tells her that she has 15 days to fill a bag of money, and that they are in dollars that she will call. Sarah gets angry and tells her not to threaten her, but Dong-eun lets her know that it is not a threat and grabs her by the hair. Something very interesting is that at this point Dong-eun was defending herself and got the courage to pull her hair. As for Myung-oh, Dong-eun had a plan for him, but they beat her to it. Dong-eun told Myung-oh that by knowing about So-hee's body he could make money from that information. The plan was for him to use that information to manipulate the person who killed So-hee when they were young. Dong-eun told him that the one to blame for her death was Yeon-jin. For that reason she was the one who killed him before he went on a trip. Since Myung-oh was poor and had no one, she couldn't make him suffer so easily, so her goal was to use him to her advantage and then eliminate him, but of course Yeon-jin beat her to it. As for Hae-jong, Dong-eun met her future mother-in-law, and when she was passing by her house the lady noticed her and went to greet her. The funniest thing was Hae-jong's face when she saw Dong-eun. It was like, "Is it really you?" Here we learned that Dong-eun was close friends with her future mother-in-law, so much so that she wanted her as a future daughter-in-law. Hae-jong was very nervous and told her if they could talk, and it's very normal for her to be nervous if Dong-eun is very close friends with her future mother-in-law. and she really knows what she's like. Then Hye-jong begs her not to hurt her and apologizes and tells her that it was a mistake and she didn't know what she was doing, and that she did what she did because she was forced to do it. Then Dong-eun grabs a log of firewood that was on fire and approaches her and tells her that what she did was on purpose. This act of revenge was the closest to what was done to her. Although Dong-eun of course never touched her skin, we can analyze that at that moment Hye-jong was humiliated and about to have her skin burned. Hye-jong begs her not to say anything to her mother-in-law, that she quit the airline and has no job, that if she says anything she will be out on the street. After Hye-jong found out that Dong-eun had her phone and knew more information about her, she told her that she would do whatever she asked, and for that reason she reported Myung-oh missing. Here we see that she has Hye-jong on her side, as well as Sarah, since they both have to obey her because otherwise Dong-eun may reveal her secrets. As for Jae-joon, the first time Dong-eun met him was at Yeon-jin's awards ceremony at the school gymnasium. At that time she sarcastically asked him if he could see colors well anymore, a detail that made him very angry. Then she confronts him alone, and it seems to me that for that reason she gets very nervous, because in that confrontation she remembers the things he did to her and touches her scars, so it is as if she is going through a post-traumatic stress event related to the school bullying. However, she took out her courage and slapped him, showing that she was going to show that she was going to be respected now. The conversation with Jae-joon is very interesting, because at the beginning of the conversation he was very angry because he thought that Dong-eun was going to take revenge by using his daughter. But she quickly asked him if he received his daughter's toothbrush. She told him that if he loves Yisol he can't help Yeon-jin and that really his ally is her. Then he told her that his mom always told him to listen to the teacher, implying that he will do whatever Dong-eun wants. So these were the scenes that show the first fruits of Dong-eun's revenge. Her revenge is very interesting because it is a well-planned revenge, so the second part of this series is expected that Dong-eun will be able to fulfill what she started. What do you think will happen in the second part of this series? How do you think Dong-eun's revenge will be? Leave your comment here so we can read it. Remember to subscribe to this channel, we will be uploading more content like this.